You think this is really working for y'all's needs?
I do.
We went back to the city of DeSoto to revisit Assistant Police Chief Ryan Jesnick, who says the use of gunshot detection technology is paying off.
I really like what it does for our officers in regards to providing them the ability to respond to these incidents tactically.
In 2023, DeSoto began using money from a federal coronavirus recovery program to pay for a $300,000 three-year contract for ShotSpotter. The department installed microphones in a 2-square-mile area of the city's northeast side, an area with a higher volume of police calls. The tech uses those microphones then to detect outdoor gunfire, and it can pinpoint the location of where that gunfire happened within an 82-foot radius. In the first 13 months of DeSoto's contract, the department noted 140 separate incidents. Those incidents resulted in 8 arrests, 10 firearm seizures, and 4 gunshot victims being located.
It's certainly difficult to put a value on, intervention into a gunshot incident involving an injury. I would say for victims' families, intervening and perhaps saving somebody's life is invaluable.
We reached out to more than 30 North Texas police departments to find out who else is using this kind of tech. In the last year, Arlington and Fort Worth police departments have deployed a similar system through a different company. Meanwhile, the city of Dallas set aside $450,000 for DPD to purchase the technology. When we reached out, the department told us they're researching it, but not currently using it. But in recent years, ShotSpotter's effectiveness has come into question. The mayors of Houston and Chicago have both vowed to do away with the technology in their cities. And earlier this year, lawmakers from Massachusetts and Oregon sent a letter to the Department of Homeland Security requesting an investigation into federal funding for ShotSpotter. In that letter, they wrote about their concern that the technology leads to over-policing of Black and brown communities.
But for DeSoto, you're saying those controversies don't exist here? What's the difference, you think?
I think the difference is developing a plan, developing a policy that guides our officers in regards to how they respond to this information. Another part of our policy also demands that our officers only use it for what it was intended for, which is detection of gunshots.
Another factor that Jesnick says has made ShotSpotter more successful in DeSoto is the size of the city, the population of which is around 56,000 people.
We are a small enough agency that we still can focus on every incident that happens.
Like this one. Back in late April, at about 30 minutes past midnight, ShotSpotter captured gunfire, and then another 2 shots, and then even more. Jesnick says an officer was dispatched in under a minute.
As he's responding, and he sees a vehicle from there, and he's able to make a stop on that vehicle.
Okay.
And in that vehicle, they located 2 handguns.
So you had your evidence and you had your suspect?
That's correct.
That quickly?
Yes.
After a year of his officers using ShotSpotter to respond to similar calls, Jesnick says he has seen the value in the technology.
So far, the results are positive. The support that we're getting from the community is positive. And so I think those are all good signs for the future of this project.